The youth of today is confronted with so many problems that make them resort to criminal activities. This is the story of Bakhulule Ngeleza. Bakhulule grew up in Grahamstown. He is one of 10 siblings, all living in one home. They all rely on one income of their grandmother, who is a nurse. This is because his father has disappeared and his mother is unemployed. The family is under financial constraints, and that is why Bakhulule dropped out of school in grade 11. Only 2 out of the 10 siblings are studying by means of a bursary. He was unable to qualify for a bursary, which led him to be involved in crime. In 2007, he joined the Black Dogs gang, but stayed with the gang for a short period of time. This was because he was being bullied into performing criminal activities on his own. This, however, changed when he was stabbed at a shebeen at the location by another gang called the Corrupt Niggers. It came to his realization that the Corrupt Niggers are all roughly in the same age group as him. So this meant that he could now be behind crimes instead of performing them up front. As a way of making ends meet, Bakhulule was extremely involved in robbery, housebreakings, muggings, alcohol and drugs. His family was under the impression that he had piece jobs which would explain his income.
If she knew what I was doing, she wouldn't let me stay in the house.
This blood money was then used for his main motivation, his 2-year-old daughter, who he describes as a gift to him because she was born on his birthday. Bakhulule's closest friend, Mngube, was murdered through gang violence and stabbed 7 times in his chest. This served as a warning to Bakhulule, as his friend constantly warned him and told him to stay away from crime.
It was created by order, but now where is he? 6 feet and no longer with us because of the gang called Corrupt Niggers. The person who told me that is now dead, 6 feet and the one who wrote the sign there of the Maximum, aka Maximum, is now dead. There's the thing of him now. She didn't want me in these things of gangsters. She used to tell me, my boy, you must stop these things, go and play soccer. And see, because we were team and good in soccer, and I also used to be good in soccer. He used to tell me, he said, they liked one day, you'll see us playing a television, so you must stop these things, we screw these things. But now, she would have said so the day they lied. Yeah, a man now, become a man.
In November 2010, Bakhulule had a near-death experience where he was stabbed. This was a turning point for him as he realized that he was putting his family in danger.
I got 12 stitches in my stomach. That's when I realized that criminality, I must just quit and focus on my baby girl, Subenat. The night when they stepped there, I started thinking about Subenat and how she will grow up, and a father. So that's why. So I started realizing that I must take life serious, not as a joke, or do these nasty things, stabbing people, going to shebeen.
Bakhulule was approached by an old friend who was also once a gangster but changed his life through the Lovelife campaign. He found refuge 3 weeks ago in the Lovelife organization in Joza. Bakhulule wants to study drama and journalism. He says that he has loved acting since he was a child. He wants to be a journalist because he wants to go further than just telling the stories, but also make a difference in people's lives. He is now currently part of a musical group called the IDCs, Intelligent Dooms of Character. They write songs about their difficulties in life. They also get an opportunity to perform their music at the Grahamstown Arts Festival. His grandmother is very proud of his change and encourages him when he feels like giving up. Bakhulule's younger brother is also very proud of him as he now has someone who can guide him and support him through his teenage difficulties.
It means a lot to me and my family. So yeah, change is good.
Bakhulule wants to be there for his brother and support his loved ones. He does not want to be like his father, who left the family in 2003.
When I asked him why are you doing this, he just said to me, it's none of my business now. Yeah. I'm still a child. You must let adults do their things. Then he started eating me inside, pull out a knife. When he turned at me, he knew I was going to pull out a knife. When he turned, I stabbed him in the chest, and he fell down, and I ran away. Ran away for 2 weeks.
I don't want to be like my father. Yeah, I want to be a better person than my father is. I want to provide for my daughter. And that, I guarantee that, that will happen. I'll provide for my daughter.
Bakhulule states that his daughter is the one thing that pushes him now and gets him through the day. Bakhulule feels that he owes it to his daughter's mother to take care of their child. It's the hardest setback that Bakhulule is faced with because he often blames himself for her death. His girlfriend's entire family resents him, especially her father, and they all blame him for her death. Bakhulule states that every day he feels that he is the reason why she committed suicide. But despite the challenges, Bakhulule is now a living testimony of how the youth can overcome struggles in their lives. He is now taking it one step at a time, striving to fight his shadow from clouding his vision of a bright future ahead of him.